Welcome to the 90th Minute Whistle podcast presented by Livsports. I'm your host, Mario. Um, I've been arguing with my co-host off here about all kind of bullshit. We've reached Oppenheimer and Barbie. And so, um,
Call it a good Sunday night discussion, you call it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
speaking of movies, now, we've got the Spider-Verse. And then I can fit it in tomorrow.
yeah, but I don't know, brother, you must know, but if you ever watch Oppenheimer in a theaters, me forwarded you, but like, I'm not go
They're
watch
saying I can watch Spider-Verse.
nothing in a theater. Come on, bro.
Bro, are the best animated movie that from the western side.
Me think about it, but like, I'm not gonna lie to
Mama
you.
no, mama no.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like. I like Miles Morales story
Spider-Man.
and everything. Yeah, but like I'm not love him that much. You get me? I say?
I know.
No. Like I like you. Like but even the regular Spider-Man, I'm not really like that deeply entrenched into Peter. And I even grew up on in terms of Peter Parker, but like
True, because these are Miles' first set of movies now.
yeah, so it's like man, so like it's not that I even don't even like Miles and even his story, but and I even like the relationship with him uncle and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You see me? With him uncle being the prowler and all that. But I understand all of that stuff. But like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not know if I'm not, me if me not watch superhero movies and me have superhero movie fatigue. I want to the people that pay attention. You see me? So it's like it's not say we just have we just have a superhero fatigue right now. Where that's why I'm so excited for Oppenheimer. And with the one number that I talked to you about half year a while ago.
Um, Songs of Freedom or some Freedom, the other one there.
Songs of Freedom or Songs
Yeah.
of Freedom, whatever one name. I'm ready for watch those two movies because yo, we've been getting kitschy. Bro, them dropped Mario this year, right?
Yep.
You see me? Like, and even that, like the whole animated, cheery, slight comedy, slight hero movie, it kinda get burnt out. So I wanna watch another film again that is like, as you say, artistic, have like make you question certain things and all of that. Need that every now and again in my life, brother. Not gonna lie, you need fun and jovialness too. But there's times when like I need serious films in my life, or even the film not serious. Give me a mystery. You see me?
True.
I never did really give the female Chucky doll a chance, but as it turns out, the movie good. Not even remember the name of the movie, but like it was to me it's a rip off of Chucky still, but to a greater extent, because this have more to do with AI and them thing there. But yeah, like we need some movies again that aren't just with a comedy relief with a hero story, well light-hearted, you see me, or a flat out superhero genre. Like, brother, you think me I waste no money go watch no Flash? But we'll get into the football before
Yeah.
we start.
So while I'm scrolling, Dr. Fofana, Union Berlin.
Good move, P fucker dog shit.
The biggest saga
If
of the
him have
summer.
a problem with it, him can come on Jamaica come see me about it. Now stop saying P fucker dog shit. Tired of
PSG and Mbappe.
about them.
PSG, Mbappe, Madrid.
Yeah, but like I don't like it's all right. So here's the thing about this transfer so-called drama. It's not as dramatic to me because it's like I
We
expect
all saw this coming.
yeah, like I expect Mbappe to go Madrid anyway.
So you hear this, right?
Yeah.
Leonardo, the idiot Mbappe push out.
Mm,
With his behavior in the last year, Mbappe has shown he cannot lead a team. He's
that's
a great player, but not a leader. Great goals, but not a creator. It's hard to build a team around him. I think Deschamps should tell him, say, "I'm fuck your chat."
not no. Here's the thing. One, and and I agree with some of what Leandro said in terms of um that's why I'm saying like yeah for as much as you know like Leandro or me not like Leandro that much, sometimes we have to separate who we not like and just listen to the words of themselves carefully. He did not say anything wrong in that statement.
Yeah, but to say that he's not a leader, I think that's bullshit.
No, I think he's not a leader either. Not again, I'm not saying that he cannot lead. He's not a natural leader of men. And outside, because again, Messi's a leader for Argentina. He's not a natural leader of men. Again, your best talent isn't always your best leader. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying Mbappe has no leadership qualities, right? He's not a natural leader of men. You want to name some? Because you know them. I'm going to use the simplest example. Per Mertesacker. Like, bro, you're one of the least talented footballers people say. Why are you playing in a World Cup squad for Germany? Why Arsenal even a buyer? You played for Werder Bremen. He's a leader of men. I can name 5 centre backs who were in that German squad, because some of them didn't end up play right back and left back, who were better than Mertesacker. Hoedes, better than Mertesacker. Hummels, better than Mertesacker. Boateng, better than Mertesacker. Why the hell Mertesacker in the German national team? Leader of men. Carlos Puyol have the talent as well, but leader of men. I don't see PK as really a leader of men. Can lead, because again, he was one of the leaders in Barca's dressing room. But he's not like Puyol, who's a natural leader of men. Pepe, where's the Porto captain armband? Where's up at times when Cristiano have the captain armband for Portugal, Pepe wore it.
True.
He's not a natural leader of men like a Ricardo Carvalho. Chelsea had multiple leaders. None of them were natural leaders of men like a John Terry. Not that Lampard was incapable of leading. Not that Drogba was incapable of leading. Drogba captain Ivory Coast.
True.
But you have guys out there who are...
Balak was captain of Germany. Essien captain of Ghana. Mikel was captain of Nigeria.
Exactly. But you have guys out there who just have this natural leadership. That's what I'm saying, like leaders of men. That doesn't mean that guys other than guys like that. Like that don't mean say you cannot lead. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not that you cannot. You have guys who have that natural thing where them can lead people. That Churchill type of vibe. Even if you're not the level of a Churchill. You get what I'm saying? But you have guys out there who are leaders of men, separate from guys who can lead a group of men. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, not your best talent might have the respect of his squad, and they will follow him, just like Harry Kane. Harry Kane is a good leader, but he lead by example. Mbappe lead by example. Messi lead by example. You see me? But what made Kyle Walker valuable to even Man City? Because he's not even one of the best players at City. He's a leader of men. Not the greatest leader of men, but like, you have to give him props where props is due. He's a leader of men. You see me? Like, he brings... Why I'm still in the English national team when there's better centre-backs and better right-backs at the moment?
Sure.
Leadership, there's guys who can and there's guys who are leaders, who are born natural leaders. And one of the mistakes we make in sports is not just a football thing. We like to put our biggest talent and our biggest money maker as the leader. So that's where I agree with Leandro. When you say it's hard to build around him, I understand the context from a PSG standpoint. You can spend money all you want. If you're not building a squad properly, it's gonna be difficult for build around a player like Mbappe. Because again, you can cry, say you want a target man all you want. How many target men want to leave their situations? Because, for example, Barca wasn't the only club Lewandowski could have go. Would Lewandowski have chosen PSG over Barca? PSG over Barca? No. And Barca in a financial turmoil.
True.
That's why I say, like, transfers, like, we view football from such a FIFA standpoint. Yeah, like a FIFA standpoint that I always try to, even, and again, it's not just football, sports in general. I try to, a lot of the times, I try as best as possible. Mario, put yourself in a GM position. You think when a GM call an agent for go get Damian Lillard, right? You think just because it makes sense for Damian Lillard there in Miami means that Portland will just give him to Miami? So me I sit back as Miami GM and say, no, all right, how me get Damian Lillard? How me convince another team? Let's say I want to do a 3-team trade, right? Because me not have enough assets to get Damian Lillard. How the fuck me convince this other general manager with theme fucking ego, plus the agent of a ego, plus the player of a ego? How me soften the whole of this now just to get the one man we want? As some start try to look on sports, especially that me and you play FM, where you can even now be a general manager type of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like must start look on it like these are human beings. Them have egos. Like we've seen agents fuck up move for footballers.
So this is from the Mbappe interview, right?
Yeah.
It's couple places. I'm scrolling through them because it's scattered. But he says, do people normalize my performance? Yes. But at the same time, I don't blame them. In France, people have seen me grow up, but they see me all the time. At PSG, every weekend or the national team. I've been scoring a lot for years now, so for people, it's becoming normal.
Yeah.
I've never complained about my performance being trivialized. Playing at PSG doesn't help with that because it's a divisive team, a divisive club. So of course that attracts bad tongues. But that doesn't bother me because I know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And so do you think he's correct on that?
Of course, everything is correct. PSG has always been a controversial club. We steal Ballon d'Or players and make the worst of their careers.
Do you think persons don't play Mbappe's talent and achievements because he's playing in France?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You don't play in one of the top 5 leagues. As a matter of fact, it's not even just a top 5 league thing. When Ronaldo moved to La Liga, CR7, right? When he moved to La Liga, everything he did was you're supposed to do that.
True.
Everything became you're supposed to do that. We can go to other players. If Brady did miss a playoffs, right? When Brady did miss the playoffs and I'm last year at the Patriots, everybody was like, what the fuck I'm going? I Brady that. Remember, I know, before Brady win that 7 Super Bowl, everybody was like, yo, Brady upon the decline. The Patriots are playing like shit for the past 2 years. You see me, even though it was only the last year missed the playoffs. But even the year before that, when I think who in the beat Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed beat Mahomes in almost the AFC title game. People were still like, yo, brother, Brady don't look the same, you know, that Brady look like a time for him retire, you know. What going with the Patriots? The Patriots barely hold on for them dynasty, you know, because you expect every year Brady supposed to be a bare minimum AFC championship. Bare minimum. And even if he make it to the Super Bowl, Brady now in the Super Bowl, I want to go on a time for him retire. Because it became an expectation, it became the norm. LeBron James, look at his career.
True.
Oh, you make it go to the conference final this year, brother. You did supposed to do that.
So here's another quote. I don't know what PSG needs to do to win the Champions League. It's not a question for me. We did what we could. Ask the people that built the team who built this club.
And
reasons to believe that it's my last season league one is very simple. I'm a competitor. When I play, it's to win. It doesn't matter who I play with, what shirt I wear, or where I play. I'll never settle. I just want to win. Win the Champions League, I'll never be satisfied.
Yeah. No, Mbappe, I've also remember that you did win to a Champions League final with this team.
And he was the only one that showed up.
Neymar showed up as well, but he missed the 1 goal. So people only remember the big moments. So like Neymar showed up, but he never scored the goal when he was supposed to score. So we still have to call that. But then Neymar have a Champions League final goal with MSN. So like nobody now paid too much attention to that. But like Mbappe, you keep claiming that you want to win, but this was not your first chance to leave. You had a chance to leave PSG on a free.
Yeah, but I can't. Like I said, I think what you said was also true. That imagine if he wins it with PSG.
No. That I still 100% believe that. But I'm saying that you
I
can't.
think he also believed that.
No. But that's my point. If he wins it with PSG, it's the first club in over what 20 odd years. Because when Marseille win,
Since Marseille,
and
yeah,
Marseille own don't even really count because there was
yeah, have
match
a
fixing
asterisk, it have a
involved.
asterisk beside
Yeah,
it.
because there was match fixing involved. Granted, the match fixing never affect no major moments, but there was match fixing involved. So even that have a question mark on it, as I say, an asterisk on it. So people still don't look at Marseille like you guys are Champions League winners who beat AC Milan with multiple Ballon d'Or winners, including the Ballon d'Or winner that they stole from you in Papin.
Mhm.
Because yo, the finals where you could have win with Papin and lose 1-0 to Red Star Belgrade.
Like, I want you to leave my Serbian team alone.
Well, I'm a Pirates fan, so you and Red Star can fuck off. But the point is, like, Marseille is still not looked at as the club that they should be looked at as. Because it's a match fixing scandal. So yo, we not really count your Champions League like that. Yeah, you named upon a trophy, yeah. But if Mbappe was to win with PSG, it would make him such a legend in French football. Um, he would be bigger than Thierry Henry.
But isn't he considered bigger than Henry right now?
No, you
Just
have not.
because the fact that he won the World Cup?
No, because Henry was 98 World Cup star and
Yeah, but that's what Zidane. Zidane was seen as the biggest factor for the
no, but
90 World Cup.
Henry was them leading goal scorer. Granted, he was them leading goal scorer from the what you call it from the
Yeah,
group.
and Mbappe finished the leading goal scorer for
Yeah, but
France, and he scored in
also,
the final. He
also
scored in Pele's record.
98 euros and the Confederation, even though the Confederation Cup is not viewed the same way it was back in the day, like it was back in the day, but Henry have those two.
They're
Plus,
saying that Mbappe is like third on the list.
yeah, I'll put him there, so because like I said, Henry win the Euros, win the Confed Cup. Again, it was viewed higher at the time than it is now because it don't even exist anymore because of the
Yeah.
Nations League. But it was viewed higher at the time. And also, like I said, you won the treble for your country. Euros, Confed Cup, and World Cup, right? Henry was the leading goal scorer for France up until Giroud, and of course Mbappe got broke that. But right now, as things stand, he isn't viewed better than Henry because he hasn't won the Champions League. And two, even when Henry win the Champions League, he wasn't the best player in that squad. And much like Henry, like when you were given a squad that was supposed to be built around you, you carried them to the Champions League final and lost, even though you step up in the match. Because brother, Henry alone did a life for Arsenal in another Barca match there. And Henry said it at the end of the match. We have to give thank Barca. We're going to congratulate players like Henrik Larsson, Juliana Belletti, because we did not see Deco Ronaldinho or Eto tonight. None of them showed up. And he's true, he's right. He was right. Because Henrik Larsson and Julian Belletti step up.
Quite weird, eh?
And Julian Belletti, I feel so sorry for him because you were on the bench at the 2002 World Cup because you can't start over Cafu and Roberto Carlos. You got Barcelona, and as soon as you start make the starting 11, then bring in Zambrata, and you end up have to come on for the bench in the Champions League final and score. And then you got Chelsea after that, and Chelsea say, yo, we just buy a Portuguese youth named Bossingos. Isn't
Very
it?
tough.
Yeah.
So, Nasir Khelafifa's reaction to the Mbappe interview. If this is what he thinks, why doesn't he just leave now? The comments did not go down well in the dressing room, with the new signings complaining, and the coaching staff as well,
Yeah.
complaining to Khalifa that Mbappe's comments are disrespectful.
Mm.
So
The comments themselves weren't disrespectful, but the timing was wrong.
I think the comments are factual.
No, that's what I said. The comments weren't disrespectful, you know. The timing was wrong.
No, because he said this yesterday.
No, but that's what I'm saying. This was the moment where as I said, I like from the start of the window, I've been telling you that I like PSG moves, right? No,
Yeah.
PSG have not been signing big names, which is smart. They're actually building a team. Bro, you asked for this manager in Galtieri. PSG never want him. You asked for him. No, they're actually building a team around you. You see me? They brought in Asensio, wide playmaker. They brought in Kim, attacking playmaker from it, even though Kim Naga really have that first impact.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Carlos Soler, a playmaker we can make you just run and we can cross the ball and stuff. We're slowly trying to build around you. If there's any team with dumb enough to spend 100 mil on Kolo Muani, it's a French club called PSG. Even though I like Kolo Muani, I just think he's more of a 50 million player than a 100 mil.
Yes.
Yeah, like, but if there was a club where would have spent the 100 just to please Mbappe, like, you'd have a number 9. But as I said, like, if you just want, for example, if you're Kylian Mbappe and you just want PSG to splash the money in front of you, you don't see how that work out so far. No, them actually take them time to build a team. You remember, like, transfer windows, PSG would have sign people for sign people's sake?
Mm-hmm.
Julian Draxler, you see me? Like, just signing people for signing people's sake. Just to say we sign a big name this summer. Not actually building a team. This is the first window where they were actually looking like, all right, Ugarte, defensive midfielder, brings more fire to the squad. You see me? We already have Renato Sanchez as a box-to-box. We have Vitinha as a young attacking midfielder. Carlos Soler, a young playmaker. Kim, young attacking mid, where not really start, but can give you some good minutes. And him can play on the wing too. You see me? Can be a backup for Asensio on the right. You see me? Until we can convince Usman Dembele to leave Barca. So, Coleman, we could have go after Coleman. Even if Bayern don't want to sell him, we could have go after him to see if there's any interest. You see me? But that's the difference. And this is why I'm saying that Mbappe, sometimes you have to like pick your battles, because when this team signed you to a new contract, it was under the assumption that we were going to build around you. You see me? So now them finally bringing the manager that you approve of. They brought in a
Yeah, but the extension was only for 2 years though.
No, but my point is, like, the reason why what they're doing now was to build around you. A proper team. I'm not talking about just throw some names around you and hope it work out, like with Messi and Neymar and them. Even though Neymar they're the club before you. But like, this was no longer, this window has proven to me that PSG has changed their approach.
But
No,
don't you think it's a little too late? Because I remember you said to me that the moment Mbappe sees Haaland win that Champions League, he's out of PSG.
yeah, I told you that. Because again, now you're making players like, because again, Kai Havertz, him watch Kai Havertz come win it before him.
Mm-hmm.
When him win a league title before Kai Havertz
Yeah.
at Monaco. Him now come and watch Haaland win before him when Haaland didn't even win a Bundesliga title.
Listen, after the World Cup performance where you put on.
And me win a World Cup, carry my team to a World Cup final. Yes, of course, the second Missy Haaland, because you're patient. You see, patience is a crazy thing, you know. You are a lot more patient when you're the leader of the pack. You're a lot more patient. You'll give teams time for build around you. You'll give team times for and Messi made that mistake with Barca under Bartomeu,
Mm-hmm.
where he kept renewing his contract. Because there was times where Messi could have said, all right, the last year this for my contract, remember actually put them under pressure. Even if anybody that gonna leave, put them under pressure. Threaten to leave if them not build the squad properly. But Messi kept extending his contract and waiting up, but because Messi is the leader of the pack. The only Messi did done win him Champions League, then by that time, all him worry about now win a World Cup with Argentina and continue playing for Barcelona.
They came have 4 Champions League now?
I think, yeah, Rijkaard, 2 under
Rijkaard, 2 under Pep,
and
Henrik, yeah, 4.
So when you're the leader of the pack, you're a lot more patient with your legacy.
But now you realize the persons in your generation jump ahead of you.
Exactly. Una catch up to you, I jump ahead of you. No of a problem.
That's
No.
it. And after the World Cup, your World Cup performance, so you put on, cement yourself in a World Cup history.
Yeah.
Then Haaland win Champions League, you're gonna get talks of greatest striker in generation.
Exactly.
Like you never just put on a generational performance in a
yeah, like
World
me
Cup
not exist.
final.
Like me not exist. Like won't forget some. I'm still top. Like this was one of the worst league on years. I'm still top league on. What you talking about? But that was league on. Holland broke record in the English Premier League. Holland nation never sniffed.
Yeah, but we broke World Cup record.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, that's my point. But because Holland is playing in the Premier League and not League on or the Bundesliga, you see me? It don't hit the same. You see me? So that's why I said that like the second Holland win the Champions League, Mbappe skin I got scratch him. You see me?
And then
Like
Vinny have one.
Vinny come have one before you, Rodrigo come have one before you. So now all of my contemporaries who me did have
But yeah, lead.
yeah, what me did a lead. I come catch up to me?
There's the people that talk about Ballon d'Or shows for Holland.
Exactly.
A man who has never scored in our final yet.
Exactly. Still not scoring a final, them go in Champions League.
And the only final, I think the only final Mbappe hasn't scored in is the Champions League one.
Exactly. And I lead well. And I still him was the best player for PSG on the field.
Yeah.
Alan was not the best player in the Champions League final and a half.
No? The man did last.
Man, he done nothing.
FA Cup final, he did last too.
Exactly. But that's my point. When you watch your contemporaries start for pass you out, you see me? Even in popularity. Because now the talk of the town is Holland. Because
by right, the talk of the town should be you. Because you are the better player.
Exactly.
You're far more versatile. You're far more well-rounded. And you can create for yourself. You don't need to rely upon nobody else.
You don't need to rely upon anybody else.
And you're actually a footballer now.
Yeah.
You're not just relying on your pure physical abilities.
Which is what Holland is still doing. So yes, as you say, me did tell you about before that the second Holland win the Champions League, Mbappe skin go scratch him. Because one, you got an opportunity before them, and a year fault why your team lose, and a 1-0 your team lose by another worst thing in the world. You see me? And he's a French player, and he's a French player where you
yes, he's an academy graduate.
Yeah.
The senior come score the goal.
Exactly. It's not even like say Lewandowski who was supposed to get the Ballon d'Or that year. And I like say him beat you.
It's Kingsley Coman, your own PSG academy graduate.
Exactly. Somebody again that PSG could have said, yo, you want Coman at the club? You want Ousmane Dembele at the club?
But he did ask for them. That's the worst part. He did ask for them.
Yeah, but
he asked for these players.
Yes, but just
he asked for Dembele, he asked for Coman.
No, but that's why I said you can
he asked for players that love the club and understand the club.
And cool with them guys, right?
Yeah, he asked for those players.
But like I said, you can ask for those players.
This is not FIFA, it's not Football Manager. You can't just pop out the check and bam, them come.
Exactly. Because this man agent want a piece of this. This man in a comfortable situation.
And again, these guys are all playing in top 5 or the top 4 leagues in Europe.
Bro, you know that since Kingsley Coman has made his professional debut, he has not lost a league title?
Oh yeah, true.
One with Juventus coming off the bench, one with Bayern coming off the bench, one with Bayern as a starter. To this day, there's never been a year where he's not won a league title since his debut.
The man trophy cabinet big.
World Cup with Mbappe. Second
World Cup, Champions League.
Second place at Euros.
The man trophy cabinet big.
Mbappe, you won him a World Cup.
No, yeah. True. You won him a World Cup.
You won him a World Cup. I know them little boy like Haaland, know them little boy like Kai Havertz and Haaland won't come go like them better than me.
Let's say you're 5 goals away or 6 goals away from closer record. And you're still so young that you have at least 2 or 3 more World Cups in you.
Exactly.
And at the rate of how you probably broke the record the next World Cup.
The next World Cup.
You didn't enter your prime yet.
Exactly. So when you look on it overall, as I told you before, the second MC Haaland win that, I'm surprised. The only reason why I'm probably never vexed when Kai win it because him did get a chance the year before.
Yeah, but nobody's giving Kai Ballon d'Or shows.
No. But what I say, like, out of all of the talented contemporaries around, you see me? But like you see your contemporaries that Rod little Vinny were literally the year before. Benzema did I say, oh, this brother is a tack,
He might play against me.
Yeah,
He's against us.
Yeah.
And the same man you look up to you, and when you look up to, I look upon him and say, that youth here, he might play against me.
Yeah, like every time I give him the ball, him dribble and lose it. Or make a stupid pass, or him can't finish, no end product.
The following year, he must score a Champions League final winning goal.
Exactly. But that's my point. When you start see your contemporaries going like them want rub shoulder to shoulder to you. Out of all of the footballers, who was at my boy the party this weekend?
Oh, the big billionaire Mbappe was the only one there.
Exactly. Them look a clown. You think Vinicius and Haaland them can enter them on the party?
When you say I rub shoulders with billionaires.
What you mean?
I rub shoulders with Jay-Z and all them top. Anybody who was anybody was at that. It was at that party.
Exactly. NBA stars, bro, everybody, billionaires, media people, like even whether you're in the music industry, the tech industry, if you're
anybody was at that party.
Movie star.
Anybody who dep on the A-list, they did it.
Exactly. And Mbappe did it. So
was the only football player there.
Exactly. So that just goes to show you, brother, I'm up on a level, like, I'm up on a level where I'm up on, I know I can go like me on our size.
I say, I come say, oh, this man probably win. Oh, Haaland might beat Messi to the Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or and everything. The brother like man exist. What, just because me I'm playing in France? I mean, you choose to play in like, bro, I choose.
But you feel like that's why he make him statement in first statement that your persons are downplaying what he's doing.
Yes, because they see it as, oh, well, you're doing in the French league. The reason why the man staying in the French league is because he wants to be what
this is his hometown club.
Yeah, not just that.
I think a lot of persons forget that he might have come through Monaco's academy, but Paris is his hometown club.
Exactly.
He's a Parisian. He was born in Paris.
And again, a lot of these guys from who PSG rejected, like Maximin, ended up in Monaco's academy.
Mm-hmm. They all went to Monaco because at the time Monaco was like, come on, open doors.
Exactly. PSG and Marseille reject you? All right, cool, come. See, Leon reject Anthony Marshall. Leon reject Anthony Marshall. Never want to bring him in the first team for like that. Monaco say, oh, Fall, come make your first team debut, brother. Come on. So that's my point. Thomas Lemar. You see me? Those are Parisian guys, even though them come out of Monaco Academy.
They're all born in the Paris suburbs. The suburbs of Paris.
I don't even think Paris have a suburb right now.
They don't. Well, no, because I depend on fire still, but you don't know. Normal French thing, though. Normal French thing, though. Every couple of years that go on. It's almost from King Louis, so no watch no face.
Yeah, so
the French are burning down them cities like bread and butter. Them go hand in hand together.
Even from the days when Napoleon realized I'm losing.
And I'm not trying to show you it going from King Louis, man, from the French Revolution till now.
Yeah, so we know them thing they go. But like I say, I expect Mbappe to be up. I told you, he must start get frantic when him contemporaries look, because again, him shoot out ahead of everybody there.
True.
Reach a World Cup, be a World Cup star plus reach a Champions League.
Being talked in the likes of Pele.
That's my point. A goat debate me suppose them look idiot will be enough to play football, be enough to play a 1-2 pass, can won't come down in my category. Haaland can barely play a 1-2 pass, much as he won't come down in my category. Vinicius once considered a player who was toxic to his own team. Because every time them give the ball for dribble or do something with it, him find a way to get the ball to the opponent. So again, like Mbappe seeing these guys now win Champions League come catch up to him, like of course he might be more frantic.
Yes, Vinicius was being talked about as the future of Madrid. They don't need Mbappe anymore. They say talks like that kind of.
And the year before that, everybody was like, all right, get rid of Vinicius. We need Mbappe.
They say
Just the year before.
those talks are itching skin now.
Yeah.
They say the ego can't take them start of beatings there.
No, but that's why those players are so great because yo, that ego is not a terrible thing if you put it in the
No?
right place.
Yeah.
The problem is when you put the ego in the wrong place and it end up becoming a destruction to the self. If you place it, and as a matter of fact, isn't that the whole premise behind Blue Lock?
Yeah.
How to put your ego in the right place so it actually becomes a benefit to you rather than a detriment?
Yep, that's basically what it is.
Exactly.
As a striker, you need ego.
Not just as a striker.
You need that I am the man.
Any form of footballers. Worse if you're a defender. Because the amount of time people are dribble at you.
Yeah, it's the criticism that was laid at Hazard's feet. Hazard played football for the fun of it, for the joy of playing football.
Because he enjoy playing football. Same thing with Kevin Durant.
True.
Because people view Kevin Durant as Jordan's ability in a much less egotistic body. Where Jordan want to win championship every year, Kevin Durant is like, oh, I'm just a hooper, bro. I'm not a leader. I'm just a hooper.
Yeah, just a hooper.
Yeah,
unlike Curry now. But Curry have that silent ego type of thing.
But it's still ego. Just not because they see people have a problem. You see, this is what I like about people who think silent people are just shy. No, silent people have a raw ego and a raw confidence too. We're just not loud.
Just not like for talk to you.
Yeah, like we're just not loud.
But now they come give an interview and make it like no.
Yeah, so we might not be the most loudest and charismatic, but don't feel like.
But best believe say me I walk in the GM room and time say, yo, you need to trade him.
Exactly. Silent confidence don't mean lack of confidence. And it's like people now realize that. If you say we have this culture, especially here in Jamaica.
Yeah, because that was Messi. Messi's nickname at Barcelona was the silent dictator.
Yeah. Because again,
if Messi felt like you weren't playing towards the team, you're out.
Yeah. Look on the well of a
Luka Digne.
Luka
Digne. Not even play bad.
But again, there's a certain standard we have to follow.
And man, then pine them to the door. Go. So what do you see? You see by the end of this week him leave and
even if it's not at the end of this week, at some point it might be a match.
But you do not see him. Do you see him staying at PSG for one more year? Because I can't see.
No.
I feel like he's making this as untenable as possible.
Yeah, because now you piss off your teammates.
But I honestly felt that I felt the tides changing when he came out, and he said that the PSG fans are ungrateful because they have a great player like Messi, and how them treat him was disrespectful to a legend of the game.
No, but Mbappe, that's been PSG's MO all the time. PSG vexed with Ronaldinho because him come a Barca. PSG vexed with JJ Okocha because of him spell. PSG vexed with Weah because him left for go AC Milan. PSG vexed with basically Zlatan because he never win Champions League. There's a record. PSG has a history of we're bringing players who are absolutely world class, waste a good portion of them career, and then blame them for it.
But no, Mbappe has become larger than the club. Exactly. Because Leonardo said that PSG was here before Mbappe and he will be here after Mbappe, which is true. But Mbappe has transcended. PSG has never had an Mbappe before. And this is a youth. They've never had the best French player playing for them. Well,
not the best French, but like Timothy Weah was a Ballon d'Or, like.
Yeah, but that's what I said. Like, it's easy to hate those persons because they're not French.
Yeah.
Mbappe is French.
All right, so just want to clear up. Are there any more transfer things you want to sort out before we move on?
Not really. Arsenal confirm Havertz, them get Timber, and them apparently get Declan Rice too, so
But we'll see what them do this year. I just wanted to go through two more things before we go.
yeah.
Let's go into the tactical thing first.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's an interesting tactical conversation going on right now
Yeah.
because of what's going on in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't really know about the Brazilian league right now. But one of the biggest coaches in the Brazilian league is Fernando Diniz.
Yeah.
He's been given also the Brazilian interim coach duties until they find a permanent manager.
Ancelotti.
They're still chasing Ancelotti, not confirmed yet, but
I think Fabrizio confirmed that he would start next year.
no. They're still are like try to sort out stuff with him. So until the end of this year,
Mm-hmm.
Fernando Diniz will be the manager. And if they don't get Ancelotti, then of course they keep Diniz in charge depending on how he does.
Yeah.
He started off well so far, but the of course, more than likely Ancelotti is definitely a favorite, but would not come until the end of the Madrid spell,
Mm-hmm.
which would be right before they go into a Copa America next year.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why there's a huge tactical conversation is because for some reason, Europeans have never, which and I'm not even saying they've never seen it before. I just don't think they remember that it was a part of their football. Dinit's playing style is confusing the shit out of people who watch football in Europe.
Right.
They're now crafting his football as relationism football versus position-based football. Let me explain why.
Mm-hmm.
Fluminense is one of the best teams in Brazil, if not the best team in Brazil. They won the Brazilian
Yeah.
league. They're led by Paulo Henrique Ganzo. Anybody who doesn't know who that midfielder is Neymar's best friend and the what you call a father, the godfather of his child, David Luca. And
Yeah.
was his best friend since Santos. Won the Copa Libertadores with him, won the Brazilian Cup title with him, won all of the trophies that they won over their time at Santos.
Yeah.
Graduated Santos Academy 2 years before Neymar. And again, Neymar's bestie. No, he hasn't had the strongest club career because after that, he rejected AC Milan where they were going through their struggles.
Yeah.
So this was right after. So whenever Neymar went to Barca, Ganzo was supposed to go to AC Milan, but AC Milan was dog shit at the time
Mm-hmm.
because they were coming out of that era with Zlatan and Thiago and everybody. And people saw that as the wrong move for him. He ended up leaving Santos for Sao Paulo, where he had some success, but the team was never really built for like trophies. He was the only star in the team at that time because they sold Lucas Moura, Oscar to Chelsea. So when Ganzo I was at Sao Paulo, everybody Casemiro left for Real Madrid academy at the time. Well, yeah, Castilla.
Yeah.
So no stars were in the Sao Paulo team. Fine. He comes to Europe, plays for Sevilla under San Pauli, had some injuries, had some good moments. Went to a French League Two club on loan to get back in fitness. Amiens did well there for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went back to Brazil to Fluminense. Now, Ganzo his art was described kind of like Ozil, where he's the classic number 10 who can
Yeah.
play, make, has touch and all of that. But people questions his work ethic. But just like Ozil at Madrid, under the right circumstances, Ganzo works hard.
Yeah.
So now Ganzo has refreshed his career with Fluminense, being their star player. Now, how Fluminense plays is they play a style of football that again, I can't believe that I have to say this,
Mm-hmm.
that is a mixture of English football and Joga Bonita, where they stole something from English football, in my opinion. My opinion. This is not confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
You remember in the older English teams that used to play 4-4-2, they used to do something called side overload,
Yeah.
where they would pack one side of the
Yeah,
field.
you pack one side to overload the numerical superiority on that side, win the ball back, and then you switch to the other side
Bam.
where
Stop
there's
right.
not much, and bam, you score.
Yes, stop right there. So what Fernando Diniz does different is he overcrowds one side of the field but refuses to switch to the other side. He actively tells his players, do not switch the ball to the other side of the field. Now, you're wondering, Mario, that don't make sense. Football is about space, right? Here's the difference, and this is why I say I like
Modern football is about space,
cool.
but originally football wasn't always about space.
Cool, and guess
We're
who?
being clapped for, we're being cried for that.
Well, I know. Cool, but guess who used to benefit off of football not having space? The old Brazil.
Number 10 and
Yes,
Brazil.
the old
Yeah,
Brazil.
with the 4 10s.
Yes, now here's why it's a benefit for them. They play street football, which means the football fields that we grew up on are not very big, which means we have to learn how to play in close spaces. Fernando Diniz takes advantage of that. Fernando Diniz is the first football manager in modern football to be able to play a street football style on a modern pitch. He does not, if you switch the ball to the next wing, I'm slap it in your face or I'm take you off of my field. Put the ball back into the crowd and play 1-2 and play certain 1-2, and they play 1-2 football like it's tiki-taka, and they play with something that the Portuguese call a ladder, where there's a very specific diagonal pattern
that
allows you to play 2 passes or to dummy the ball to the attacker. So for example, let's say I'm a defensive midfielder. I have my number 10 in front of me and I have a forward in behind him. But the field is crowded. My coach would tell me, well, put the ball in a space where somebody can get it, or where a fullback can get it, or a winger can get it, right?
Yeah.
No, in a ladder system, you pass the ball directly to the number 10, and if the number 10 dummy,
which is, yes, but now I see why you said that he's doing a throwback.
Yeah.
His number 10 is an enganche.
Yeah, pure number 10. Pure classic.
Holy you haven't had that in a very, very long time.
Ganzo plays the enganche role.
Just a pure playmaker.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So now, they play a 1-2 football style, which is why they like to compact the side of the one side of the field. Because no matter what, we don't think we're going to lose possession. Because now the reason why people consider this relationism football, it depends on the relationship of the players on the pitch. If your players on the pitch don't trust each other, this playing style will not work. Your teammates have to have the utmost confidence. Why? Because you're constantly out of position and the team is never in one set formation. Now, in European football, even if a player is to move out of position, somebody takes his position.
Yeah.
Total football. Juego de posición. Positional play. So even if Bernardo Silva dropped deep for City, somebody will move into that attacking role. Somebody
the manipulation of space on a football pitch.
Exactly. So instead of manipulating space, crowd it in a one space, and we'll control that one space with 1-2 passes and with 1-2 passes and the ladder play. The ladder play allows them to always have. It's almost like a third man release without the third man being in space.
Without a run, yeah.
So the third man's still there in our crowd, which is not the usual thing. Usually the third man is the release, the person who is in space. No, with the ladder formation, everybody crowds the enganche, who's a playmaker, and he either plays a one-touch pass into his forward, or he leaves the ball directly and dummy it to the forward. Right? But why it's considered relationism football is because your number 10 have to trust the forward that if me dummy the ball and make my run, you're going to give me back the 1-2. Same thing.
And the team has to trust the number 10 to not lose the ball.
No, Ganzo is one of the best, he's the best number 10 in Brazil. And to me, should have had a better European career. But life complicated them with it. But Ganzo has touch, skill was compared to Zidane and Kaká when he was coming out. Because AC Milan wanted him to be Kaká's replacement. And his touch and ability to drop deep made people compare him to Zidane. And him have the like close control dribbling despite him being like a tall guy. Kaganza is very tall, right? And the playing style is very reminiscent of Brazil's street football, where the spaces are very compact and close.
Yes, so you have to have very good ball control skills.
So a lot of the guys so them still play 1-2 football, you know. If you were to watch them, you would think they're Barcelona or Napoli or Man City. But they don't use no positional play like those teams. So people in Europe now are scratching their head. Oh my God, Fernando.
Yeah, because modern football now in Europe is all about expanding the space on the pitch, creating as much space as possible.
So Fernando Diniz,
which was why Pep had no answers to Tuchel's 3-4-3, because Tuchel's 3-4-3 was so wide yet so compact. And he said it himself in that interview before the Champions League final when they say, "Oh, why is Chelsea so good?" He's like, "Oh, they're so good because they're so wide, but yet they're so compact, and it's hard to play through them. But when they're attacking, right, they're so compact and so wide, it's hard to overload them."
Because there's no space. They're either going to push you out wide where they have a fullback, or they're going to push you into that midfield with Kante and Jorginho, and right behind them you have Thiago Silva on a back three.
So you either go out wide away, wing back and centre back double up on you, or you go in at the middle where the front three is also in the middle as well. So
when them drop deep for press and all them, so that's the point. And also, that's one of the benefits of the Fernando Diniz's chaos relationism football, is that when they lose the ball, bro, like 9 away over yourself.
You literally can't be played out.
Yeah, a 9 away over yourself. We just left one wing up on the other side and him not touch the ball until we.
Because they're so compact.
Yes.
Right? You're literally, it's so you can't play through that.
No.
Because you have to play through 6-7 players at that very moment in time.
Yeah, because they're crowding in the entire one side of the field. I got 9 players at all times. A minimum of 5 players on one side of the field. A minimum of 5 players on one side of the field. You feel me? So, like, people are looking at it as, oh, this football is chaotic. No, it's what the Brazilians love to play. It's the very essence of Joga Bonita. Because no, there's a lot of footballers, and you've heard me say this before. I don't trust a lot of the talent that is coming out of Brazil, Portugal, even Argentina to some extent. Like I used to. Because I think that the quality has dropped a bit in their leagues.
Yeah.
But if you look at the top of the top in them leagues, the top of the top is still the top of the top. That's why you can get guys like Gabriel Jesus from Palmeiras. That's why you can get a Vinicius from a Flamengo. That's why you can get a Rodrigo from Santos, even though Santos is a mid-table team now. But you're still able to get a certain level of talent. Gabriel, we just signed for Chelsea. Gabriel.
But funnily enough, we also saw the Morocco coach do this as well. He compressed the field of play that having possession and trying to create space works against you.
Yeah, but him don't do it to the extent.
No, he does it in a more pragmatic style, right? Which is more pragmatic. But the idea of compressing the field of play is taking out one of Jose's playbook.
That's why I say it's not
Jose is one of the top European managers who have mastered compressing play.
Yeah,
but who's also a master of doing that?
One.
Alex Ferguson and Wenger.
Yeah, like that's what I say.
They are masters of compressing the field of play.
That's why I said I am not saying he's doing something new, but what it has done for Brazilian football, this is why I want to be specific. It allowed the street footballers to be able to play in a team. One of the biggest struggles that Brazil have right now is an identity crisis.
Yeah, because their football is too structured.
Yeah.
There's too much structure in it.
Yes.
There's too much rigidity.
Exactly, which is why they gave Fernando Diniz the interim job. Because we have a bunch of guys we have a bag of flair players right now. Anthony, Rafinha, we still have
Mhm.
Neymar, we have Vinny, we have Rodrigo. Shit, even Gabriel Jesus is not even really out number 9, and then we have Martinelli as well. Right? We mostly have false nines and wingers and attacking midfielders right now.
Yeah, you don't have no R9s anymore. Those are once every couple generations.
And I'm not even just talking quality, I mean even just style. Then
Yeah, like a pure number 9 that can do
yeah.
everything.
So
Those are rare.
for
Like
me,
that number 9s are becoming even more rare.
exactly. And even a number 9 like William San Jose, who's a bit more of a target man. Brazil,
Yeah, even them they can't find no more.
exactly. So what Brazil is in a situation now is like, all right, we're going to give Fernando Diniz so that we can play like a Joga Bonita team, right? Which is we can play in compact spaces because we've been playing futsal since we were kids. We've been playing in the streets where we can't take up the entire street.
Right, you play for one garage in the favela.
Yeah, are you play on a garage in the favelas? Or a little open space in the
Yeah,
favela?
maybe have 15 meters the most.
Exactly.
And the two goal them there on one side.
Bam. So you don't have that much space. You still have to be a good dribbler. But what that gave, it gave back a lot because a lot of these players in the Fluminense squad cannot play in Europe. Way too structured.
Mhm.
These Fluminense players are benefiting from the fact that this playing style fits street footballers more than actual, like, technically gifted football. You still have to be technically gifted to play the game. But it benefits
Yeah,
footballers.
but it's something that Randos can fix. Randos can fix passing.
Yeah, but that's what I say, like, what
But what you can't remember you used to always tell me say you can't coach flair.
yeah,
You
you
can't
can.
coach unpredictability.
Yes, you can coach that. You have it already done.
You can coach good passing.
Yeah, you can coach good dribbling.
Yeah, but you can't coach
Player.
unpredictability.
Yes. What this allowed Fluminense to do was have more street style footballers. Even Ganza to some extent is more
But
of a
it's very funny, because them used to always say, if you don't know what you're doing, how your enemy supposed to know what you're going to do?
exactly. No, granted, and that's why I say like Brazil had an identity crisis where it was trying to become more Europeanized. And the Brazil fans hated that. Because even when they had players like Rivaldo and stuff playing in Europe, R9, they still kept their Joga Bonita identity. When me and you were growing up, the amount of ads we saw of Ronaldinho and Robinho. Remember the one when them on dribble through, when them on do the freestyle tricks in the dressing room?
Yeah,
All of those jokes because
that's it.
Brazil kept their identity even when they were playing up against a European team like a Germany.
The Germans were the structured, fluent machine, and the Brazil was the unpredictable chaos.
Oh, sorry, the
It's
mic.
a
Turn off the
yeah,
mic.
it's a weird type of thing, but so persons are confused. See, that's because everybody's trying to become Pep, and over the years of football, right? Everybody becoming a purist. Oh, there's only one way to play football. This is the correct way to
Yeah,
play
this is the
football. And
right
if you're
way.
not playing football this way, you're not playing the correct way.
Exactly.
Fuck that shit.
So what this has allowed for Fluminense is complete self-expression from their players. That's why they say that it's relationism football because the players have to trust each other like crazy. I have to trust that you're gonna play me a 1-2, right? So because none of it is really structured. So it's the what Fernando Diniz has done for not only Fluminense, but he's starting to do it with the Brazilian national team, is that he has now find a way to put chaos in a bottle, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
It's actually a oxymoron or a contradiction or something.
Yeah.
Because chaos is by definition cannot be put in a bottle because it's chaotic. He's found a way to thrive within chaos. Or to say it better, he's found a way for his teams to thrive within chaos. And for some reason, everybody and them granny and them uncle feel like it's some kind of new, brand new playing style that has never been discovered before. Every YouTuber you watch that has made a Fluminense video or a video about this coach is pretending like, yo, bro, the first me ever see this in a history. Like, yo, how does one brother street football input on a pitch? In Brazilian street football, you think the man have a big grass pitch for play on?
What persons don't understand, right? Is that kick around, kick about with your friends is dying in Europe, right?
Yeah.
The concept of going out on the street and knocking the ball with your friend them and broke 2 glass,
Yeah.
that is dying out in Europe.
Most of the kids are playing video games.
Most of the kids playing video games, and those who are, you used to know, say, yo, you know, say, Tom is at Chelsea Academy, but Tom still play with you for that Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday evening or Saturday morning.
And do some kickabout
Yeah, just a
on the
kickabout.
field, you know?
But
and you know, tomorrow morning him gonna Chelsea Academy. No,
yeah,
the academy players are being told, yo, you don't do that. Yo,
don't do that. Yo, brother,
inside, yo, parents are like, what you doing? This is not training. You can't go out there and play.
Yeah.
That's not happening anymore.
Shit, even my generation used to be told that. Not even this generation. My generation used to be told that.
True.
My generation, like, cause again, when we were playing for Heidel, we'd have a youth. Again, I don't want to call no heap of names because I don't say them a whole heap of people dreams are necessarily did forward through. But we had a very talented youth, right?
Yeah.
When I say talented, I mean like beyond them years. You see me? Hardworking youth too, you know, so it's not like a person where slack off football wise. Maybe if you want to say in a classroom in my class clown,
yeah,
I was taking bookwork serious. But football wise, brother, even my father used to praise him like crazy. My father used to praise him, used to worship that youth. When him come for me at football training. But this youth I play this youth I like when I was star players on the team, right? The school are investing in him. Now for paying a school, the govern. Scholarship, everything. And they used to get angry at him because he used to left football training at evening time. And they used to find him a Portmore play ball with the big man them at evening time after work. So when the big man them come home from work at evening time, all little youth that I play with them, you see me? And the coach used to not even the coach, the management at Heidel used to get vexed with him. Because he did even pick up a slight injury because as a little 10-year-old, I play street football with big man. Brother, and we invest so much money in you. You come school for free? No, brother, no more of that. No more of that. So yeah, like imagine it on an academy level now. That was just all like a prep school team. Imagine on an academy level now where yo, brother, your investment. And again, look at on family members. Yo, brother, are you a take me out of that? Are you a take you out of the ghetto, you know? Are you a take you out of poverty, you know?
There's literally millions of dollars upon the line now.
Yeah, like brother, billions. That's why people say, oh, Jamarant, even if you want to say you're a gangster, stop the dumb shit pan your damn Instagram, no idiot. Even if you want to play gangster, stop doing dumb shit to fuck up the money on the basketball side. There's been plenty of guys in the NBA who have a gangster reputation outside of the NBA. Granted, it's still dangerous and stupid for your life, but if I saw you want to live your life, but stop doing it on camera so people can actually actually lose money. Cause sure, your Nike shoes might sell now, but I guarantee if you're in jail for a year, see one Benyama come there. Remember, I know the way that people are talking about one Benyama. Oh, he's the greatest prospect since LeBron. You know when was the last time I heard that?
When?
That same statement when Zion was coming through. When Zion Williamson was coming through, oh my God, he broke the Nike shoe. The Nike shoes can't even contain Zion's greatness. You remember that match for Duke?
Yeah.
When fuck up the Jordans? Oh, not even Nike, Adidas,
But the
Adidas.
biggest difference between Wemba and Zion is that Wemba is 7'4".
Yeah,
Can
but
shoot, can dribble,
no,
can defend.
yeah, cool, but like more you focus on something.
Yeah, like your time on the spotlight soon gone. You know, if
Bam.
you have Fox and Nike, the negotiations, the lawyers, them done there long time.
No, but
But
that's
I thought them probably have him from in France.
because he was a professional player in France.
Yeah, from Metropolitan, from something.
You see me? So like you have to understand there's a guy coming in the draft where eventually I gonna replace you. So you have to always depend on your A game. Look how much man get drafted after LeBron right now, where we used to look up to LeBron as yo, brought it like a LeBron James mega get for play with. Or mega play against LeBron James.
And retire, left him in the league.
Yeah.
He's the only person from the draft class left.
From team draft, but that's my point. Bro, the next man when Nike are go pump all of the money into, then a San Antonio right now. Not to mention Scoot Henderson not doing thing in a Portland. I'm just watching him in the summer league. Every
question is,
go on.
and the question for Ja is, are you going to make the man from France from take your spot where you're supposed to be the face of the league?
Exactly.
Are you going to secure and be the face of the league?
Exactly. Same thing goes for Zion. Yo, at what point you gotta get fit and stop focus on the porn stars and the IG models them and the strippers them where you get pregnant and focus on basketball things. Because again, Zion was viewed as LeBron 2.0. Physical specimen, granted, need to take off at least 30 pounds because you can't come in the league. Yeah, like at least. Because you can't come in the league at 300 pounds, brother. Like you're an explosive guy, but you kind of you built stocky.
You're way heavy.
Yeah, like you're stocky. You built stocky. You're not built with
a dynamic sport like basketball. You can't be too heavy.
Yeah, you need them to give out.
And the difference between you and the Chet Holmgrens, them and the Wembas, them need them to put on muscle.
Yeah.
Like where Giannis, them need for bulk up, but you need for bulk down.
Exactly, because you have muscle and fat. You have muscle and fat, my G. You have to stay at least, you have to stay at 250 to, you're supposed to stay between 230 and 250. You cannot touch 3 bills.
Yeah.
You see me?
You have a center's body, you have a center's weight without a center's height.
And your skills, because again, he used to play point guard from high school and at times in college. So he can pass very well. His 3-point shot was improving until him get injured. So it's not like anybody that improve. I just time for you get back fit now and focus on basketball things. I know so when you get injured and you go through rehab, yeah, you probably want a stripper in those moments. Being somebody where study sports science, brother, rehab is the the quickest thing to make somebody stop play sports. Jack Wilshere is 30 years old, but him said on the interview the other day, him do a podcast the other day, him stop and think to himself, do I really want to go through another rehab if I get injured again? Man, fuck this year. Where say Arsenal under 19 squad? Cool, me coach them.
But remember, Jamal Murray said that, yo, it's clear help him to rehab. Him say if it wasn't for clean, don't know how he'll not make it through rehab.
Brother, rehab are one of the most, brother, you have to teach yourself to walk again, you know? I don't think people meds that on some level. You know, everybody feel like say, oh, you just come back from injury. When Yannick Bolassi I talk about yo, him have to drain liquid from him knee. Like bro, rehab worse than the damn injury. You have to teach
you feel useless.
Not just that, brother.
And then that mental factor, yo, if you put too much weight upon this, it will go again.
Yeah, it will go again.
But you don't trust your body anymore.
Exactly.
And that's the worst thing as that disconnect of trust between the mind and the body.
Exactly. Shout out to our artist in Jamaica named Ryan King, brother. I'm glad say you survive, you shot them, but I'm not telling a lie. Your rehab supposed to be. I don't know, brother. Me do sports science. Me couldn't be a rehab. I don't know if me could be a rehab coach. Because forget spinal damage from gunshot and then I try to walk again. Yo, big up to Ryan King still. Some of him things still him almost fully functional again. Well, I would say yo things.
Big up to your therapist.
Big up to you. Yeah, yo, shout out your sports science therapy, your sports science therapist or your physical therapist.
Because that's not a nice thing to do.
Brother, for learn how to walk again. I'm a big man.
When you're a baby, you're not conscious of it.
Yeah,
Certain things the brain is programmed to do
conscious of it.
without being conscious of doing. When you're a baby, the only reason why you don't get up and walk is because you don't have the muscle to do it. You don't have the strength to do it. But your brain automatically knows that this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, the next
It is
progression.
in your genes. It's
Yeah.
you're programmed to do it.
Yeah, it's the next
So
progression.
you crawl, then you walk, then you start the little jumping, then you start run. These
Exactly.
are all things the body does. Like your code, your DNA tells, as a species, we're programmed to do this.
Exactly.
That's evolution telling you that, oh, this is what you're supposed to do.
And even
imagine when you're 30, I know you have to learn that now.
All over again, consciously. It is very painful. Jack Wilshere say, yo, brother, like, I'm not even risk get an injury again. Because again, Jack Wilshere was playing fine in Denmark. Could have easily got MLS. Could have easily got Inter Miami right now.
Easily. What is that fear factor?
Yeah, it's like, yo, bro, I'm not good. Yo, bro, if I get him, I'm not go through a rehab again. Pat McAfee, one of the biggest sports entertainers right now. Him could still be playing soccer or football. We call it football because through him they play NFL football.
Yeah.
But yo, him could still be kicking right now. He's gotten offers to come out of retirement and kick because he retired at 30. He retired early. My boy say, I'm not going through no more rehab on the knee. I'm done with that. You see me,
and
like,
then there's always that fear factor to your they can never play again. Oh, they can't play again.
Look at my boy from.
You might never be able to walk properly again.
Look on Easy Brown. Look on Easy Brown.
Yeah, he must retire.
Retire at 26. Could have played for Jamaica even if England no one call him.
But he had a good thing going on in the lower league, scoring goals, being effective in team. Yeah, he wasn't Premier League, but that's fine. You know, you carve out a career for yourself.
Exactly.
And then that just come to a halt. Bam.
But that's my point, brother. Like, a lot of people don't understand, brother. Like, rehab from injuries, hell of a thing. But yeah, a lot of people, just to get back to the point before we just like wrap it up with the Gold Cup. A lot of people looking at Diniz as a special genius type manager or one to watch. So we'll see what he does with the Brazilian national team until Ancelotti take over from him next year. Or who knows, maybe the player them like him playing style because it allows them more freedom. And he gets to stay.
But you see, you know, what a lot of persons don't get and them copying Pep. Like, Pep is a perfectionist, you know.
Yeah.
That's why Pep's style of play removes individual freedom, you know.
Yeah.
He's a perfectionist. So something like that goes completely against his personality.
Exactly.
The only person that he allowed freedom was Messi. And that's just greatness. You can't confine greatness. And what persons don't get is that Pep style comes directly from Cruyff. But Cruyff did not play structure. Total football was not structured. It was organized chaos on the field.
Exactly.
But Cruyff saw the physical toll that total football took on his teammates for those 3 years at Ajax. And his style of play is a more structured, less strenuous version of total football.
Exactly.
And then Pep just refined that. Take some teaching from Bielsa and then refined it into what he has now.
So yeah, so there's no a big argument. What is better for players? Is a structured style better? And I said it's based on the culture that the players are from. The reason why it's working so well in Brazil because they have a lot of street footballers in Brazil. All right,
a lot of these guys grew up playing on the ground, on the asphalt,
in tight, compact spaces. I could just wrap this up now with the Gold Cup. The Gold Cup tournament has actually been surprisingly, well, not surprising for me because I know that
it's been providing some interesting and entertaining matches.
Yeah, but like
we all like seeing goals being scored.
No, not just that, but like this is what I meant. This is what I was saying to you by like Caribbean and North America, CONCACAF football overall. It's not that it is not improving, but every time it improves, someone does something dumb to start to slow down the
To
process.
push it back.
Yes, the US and Canada are currently battling at 1-1 at extra time. And
Yeah.
neither of these two teams can win the Gold Cup. Now we're in the semi-final round, right? Or well, we're going into the semi-final round.
As Jamaica plays against Mexico, who doesn't look good all tournament.
No,
Jamaica has a lot of confidence coming into this.
yeah, but here's the problem. You've been beating shit teams, Jamaica. Don't feel like you haven't played anybody. As a matter of fact, Guatemala was the first team that challenged you, and you barely beat them 1-0. Guatemala balled us for the entire first half earlier today, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ball, I say ball we. A
They
1-0.
never score. That's the most important thing.
Exactly. And Armani Bell, shout out to you. Luton Town even a drop you from them squad despite you being their starting centre back who got them promoted to the league. Fine. But my point is this. The CONCACAF overall, and I've seen a lot of players who played in Europe for other nations or could have played for other nations who have selected to play for Caribbean countries. Even for Guatemala, Mendez Lang, who played for Cardiff City,
Yeah.
he's their starting right winger. Patrick Berner, who played right back for Nice, a starter for not Guadeloupe, Martinique. Georgios Defrel, who played for Roma and Sassuolo, Martinique International. So CONCACAF football is getting more entertaining. But this year's Gold Cup to me is a disgrace from the top teams. Because you're shunning your own region at its peak. If the region was complete dog shit like it was years before, I don't mind you bringing your C team or your B team. Save your big players for big games. Fine. But this is the point now where CONCACAF can really launch itself. And you're choosing to do this dumb shit now? So even if a Jamaica comes through and win this tournament, it doesn't mean anything. Canada bring them B team and USA bring them C team. Mexico bring them B team too. So it still doesn't have the same meaning and feel to it. But the tournament has definitely been entertaining. The next update I'll give some more details into the players who have been impressed with at the tournament overall, who I think should be ones to watch even going into their European seasons. So as things progress,
I also feel they need to start the Gold Cup a lot earlier so that it doesn't run into the European preseason.
it started early this year and it soon finish. So that finish by
Yeah, but it started 24th of June. Any European players that are in this team will not be joining their teams for preseason. Well,
Oh,
they're
you
joining
mean
the
like
team for the
okay,
latter
okay,
part of
okay,
July.
okay, okay. I'm gonna get yes, I'm gonna get
Yeah, like start it earlier
Yeah, you
so
can
the
start at
players can get the 2 weeks that they're gonna get from playing an international tournament, so them can at least meet up in the second or the third week of a preseason. Most of these guys won't show up until the fourth week of July, going into August. So they miss practically the whole of July.
all right. One last thing on the Gold Cup before we go. Whoever wins Jamaica versus Mexico wins this Gold Cup. So that's where we have to wrap it up
Let's see
for
if
this
Jamaica can
evening.
do it. I don't care if it's weak, just win.
No, they will still want him for win, but like I still not like the overall thing. But we'll talk about that more next time. Check us out on anywhere you get podcasts from YouTube as well at Livsports. That's LIVSPORTS. We're thinking about streaming. I don't know if we're going to go Twitch or Rumble or Kick. Really amidst Kick. With how Twitch are going right now, really amidst Kick. So we'll see you guys next time and we'll have streaming ready by that time.